Hey ladies, it's me, Liz, well, LBF and BBF. I'm doing this video to show you guys how to do the makeup for our performances. We apologize, it's been, very late, and this is the best we can do right now since we have elections coming up. And so I will be showing you some of the steps. I'm going to show you the way I do my makeup, and hopefully this gives you guys an idea of how you can do it on yourself. And I'll also give you the brands of some stuff. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but as long as you get the look, that's all that matters. So first, what I'm going to do, we're going to use concealer to put under our eyes. When we had our makeup artist come, she told us, we have to really highlight some of our, like our cheekbones and our nose and stuff, and that's really for big shows. And even though we're outside, we still want to do the same thing though. So what we're going to do, we're going to highlight under our eyes, our nose, and our forehead, and then our chin. And what I have here, mine is called Maybelline Cover Stick, and it's pretty cheap. You can find it at, Target, Walmart, or, any of those kinds of stores. So you just start on your nose, under your eyes, on your chin, and on your forehead. So it's really easy. You can actually use your fingers, and that a lot of makeup artists do that. I think Lorena's sister, who taught us how to do this makeup style, told us, just use your fingers. That's really what works best. So you just rub it in, and you really want to make sure, and it might be a little bit too much, but you really want to make sure that you can kind of see the lightness. Make sure that when you get this concealer stick, it's a little bit lighter than your own natural skin color, because if it's the same, it's not going to pop out. So you want to make sure it's a little bit lighter than it's a one or two shades lighter than your natural. So you're going to try to blend it in as much as you can. If you have too much, just take it off. And in the end, you should have kind of like a T shape. From far away, this will really pop out. Your eyes here, your chin, your forehead, and your cheekbones should really pop out when you're on stage, if you're doing it right. So this is how it is. First, you always start with your face. I think there's a certain way, like a certain step that you need to do, or a certain sequence of steps. I don't quite remember them, so I just do it my way. So I'm going to show you my way, and if it works better for you a different way, you guys can go ahead and do that. So you have a T shape, kind of, right here. And what I like to do next is, well, I like to do my eyebrows. And if you have, pencil, that works. I have a little eyeshadow palette. It's just for brows. So it's called Brow Fix by Milani. And I think this one you find at Target. And I think other stores too. So I always go with the darker one, and it's really cool because it has a little brush and it helps. And I like this way better than pencil. So you just kind of fill in your eyebrow, and it's a really good idea to do your eyebrows when you perform, because your features kind of stand out more, and especially since your eyelashes are going to be super dark, these are going to look, they're just going to like match together. At least I like to do them. So you just kind of, I like just to fill mine in because mine are naturally dark. I just kind of fill them in where they're too light. I don't know if that makes much of a difference right now. But they're just a little bit darker, and then you can see the shape better. And what I like to do next is do my my eyeshadow, and I haven't put on my foundation or any of that yet, because usually when you do your eyeshadow, it tends to fall onto your cheeks. So if you do your eyeshadow first, and some of the powder falls on your cheeks with your foundation, you can just go ahead and cover it up. So if you do it the other way, if you put on your foundation and then you put on your eyeshadow, it's going to fall on your foundation and you have to reapply. So I just like to skip that and just do it once. So I'm going to do the eyeshadow first. Some of the stuff I do recommend, and some of the stuff you really, it doesn't have to be a brand name or anything like that. For example, we start off with white eyeshadow, and I have one, and it's not a brand name, it's just white eyeshadow. I don't even know where I got it. But what I like to do is start with the white eyeshadow, make sure it's really white, and it's, this one is okay to be shimmery. They told us not to use any shimmery kind of eyeshadow, more like mattes, but the white one is okay to be, you know, really shimmery. And you're only going to put this on your lid. You're not going to go any further than that. And make sure it's really white. At least I like to do it that way because the purple on the sides is going to pop out more. And it's really important too that you get good brushes. Some of them, especially those little spongy ones, those don't work. I really recommend that you get actual like brushes, like with the bristles and stuff. I guess that's what they're called. I think they do a better job. So you can now see it's noticeably white. And if you want to make it darker, you can always dip your brush in water. And not a lot of water, just a little bit of water. And that always makes the eyeshadow darker. Okay, so we have white. The next part, it's probably the trickiest part, and it does take a lot of practice. And I mean, it still takes me a while to get it, but the product is called Physicians Formula, and this one I really do recommend. This one is the one that the makeup artists use on Lorena, our old one of our old members. And this one just works really well because it's really smooth, and it's really dark, like it's really bright on you. So, and then when you add eyeshadow to it, it pops even more. So I really do recommend you get this one. There's a few different ones for like different colored eyes, I think. There's like a green one and a blue one, but you need to get the purple one. It comes with 4 different, they're pretty much eyeliners, but we're going to use them as eyeshadows. So there's a brown, purple, and black. So, and it comes with a little brush, which is really cool. You're going to use mainly the purple. But it's really cool to have the brown too, you know, just because. So what you're going to do with your brush, you're going to go ahead and put some on your brush. And this style is really tricky, so you just have to try your best. And the good thing is that you can just blend with your eyeshadow. So if you don't get it right, it's okay. You're going to start on the inner eyelid, not really close to this corner right here, just on the top. And what you're going to do, you're going to do like a motion, like a cat eye, like a big cat eye. So you're going to start on the bottom and then kind of move up like that, and then up to your eyebrow. You pretty much want to go up to where you're going to connect to your eyebrow. So you can see it's getting really messy, but it's okay because it's going to blend. So you don't have to worry about it. And don't just stay with one line or doing one line. Like, really add a lot because we really want the eyes to really stand out. So try to put on as much as you can so they're pretty dark. And, you know, if they're not even, try to fix it. Mine don't look that even, but for the sake of this, we're just going to leave it. So you're going to just try to put on as much as you can. Okay. We're going to leave that like that for now. We're not done yet with that, but we'll come back to it. The next thing I like to do is add the eyeshadow. And I have, it's called Hip Studio Secrets. And this one's called Reckless. It's number 514. It has a really dark purple and then a bright purple, just like this. And this is the one I always use. At first, I always like to start with the dark purple. This one, I like to use it to blend in, and it's going to make this so much darker. And you start from the inside, and you push it all the way back. And at this point, you're going to be going into with the white, but that's okay because that's how it's supposed to be. So you can kind of start to notice that that the blending with the brush the blending with the brush and the eyeshadow really helps that line, and it makes it look a little bit darker. Okay, so you have that. And then what you're going to do next, with the same eyeliner, now you're going to go and take the black. Now the black is, it's right underneath the purple. So you use the black. I'm missing stuff. Okay. This one works really well because it's really thick and it's better than pencil, so I recommend you use the same one. So remember, it's still the same one from the purple one. It's the black in that one. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna now do your eyeliner, and you're gonna try to make it as black as you can, not too thick. But try to make it really dark. Okay, the next thing that you're going to try to do is do a cat eye. And that's pretty hard sometimes, but the makeup artist, she really taught us a really cool way to do it, and I've been trying to do it like that ever since. What you do is you start on the bottom, your bottom eyeliner, and what you do is you bring it up. You kind of just follow the natural line of your eye, and you go up. Like that. And eventually these two are going to connect like that. And this side too, you're gonna start on the bottom and then go up. And these are going to connect. You want to make sure that they're kind of about the same darkness and thickness. And also, you're also going to have the eyeliner on the bottom. Some people don't feel comfortable putting it on the bottom. I do. So it depends. If you want pencil instead, I guess that works. But this one's really strong and thick, so it should stay. Okay, so you have this going on now, and I like to still keep putting on more eyeshadow. I like to make it thicker, or I mean like darker. So I take the same eyeshadow that I have, and I have these two brushes that we got from our first makeup artist, which I really like. If you can find something close to this would be great. This one's a little bit fuller, and this one's meant to be used for like bigger blending, like throughout the whole eyelid, and this one's for thinner blending. And this one's a really good blender too. You should definitely have a blender. So I'm going to use the smaller one to blend more on the corners and make the corners a little bit darker. I really like to kind of extend the darkness all the way to the edge. And some people, I mean, we try to be as uniform as we can, but some people like doing theirs a little bit differently, and I think that's okay as long as the look is pretty similar. And the colors too. Oops. Oh. So you can see how the white is still there. It's not as dark, but it's still there. And we have the purple. I also have a more, the other light purple, I really like it, so I like to add it too. And I've done before, I've kind of put it on top of the white, so we kind of lose a little bit of the white, and it looks more of a pinkishy light purple. And really, when you have a blending brush, you really do blend. Like you go in there like really hard. So don't be, don't be too kind on your eyes. Try to really push it in and do it like that. Okay. I always like to make my eyeliner, when you do that kind of blending, your eyeliner gets lighter. So I like to reapply my eyeliner, especially on the edges. And I like to start from the bottom and extend up. So it looks something like that. And some people like to extend it even more, as I have. It really kind of depends on your style. Well, we try to just do it all the same, but we do like to extend it all the way up. So it looks like that. The next thing that we add to our final eye look is it's an orangey color. This one's NYX. It's actually blush, I found it at like a little Asian kind of store that sells makeup and jewelry and stuff. It's pretty cheap. So if you have those around your house, I'm sure, you know, these are not that hard to find. Or if you can find any kind of orangey tint kind of blush or eyeshadow, this is good. It's really bright. Actually, it doesn't look that bright, but it's really bright. So what you do is, this is going to go on the top. And this is going to complete the eye look. And you just blend it. Okay. So it looks like that. Then after that, I do have a little thing of glitter which I like to put on. Usually a lot of our girls don't, but this is given to us, or we bought this from our very first makeup artist, and she sold it, and I think I really like it a lot. So I'm not going to put it on today, but if you do have some, what you do is you just put a little bit of water on your eyelid. You can do it with, you know, your finger if you want to, and with the brush you just kind of grab a little bit and you dab it on, and it should stick, and it's actually really cool for shows. I'll probably be wearing this on Saturday, and if anybody wants to borrow it, you know, you're more than welcome. So I'll have this on hand that day. The next part that we're going to do is the eyelashes, and I know a lot of people have trouble with eyelashes. We got some pretty cool tips on how to put eyelashes. One thing that I do want to add, I haven't put on the contouring lines. I really quite don't remember exactly the order of it, so I'll show you later on where to put them. It might work when you're putting on your foundation, so I'll just show you guys later. So for the eyelashes, you want to make sure you have really big and thick ones. I have all kinds of different ones, and some of them are big and thick and they didn't come out cute. I felt like I had caterpillars. Some of them are too little, so you can't really tell. And you really just want to make sure you have the right ones. And it just takes time to find some. So, and just a reminder, Sarah Flores is selling them. So if you guys need some, you should contact her. Okay. I do have some that I want to use just for this. They're not that big, but they are pretty dark. And what's really cool about them, they have these little purple little rhinestones, which I think are really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. If your eyelashes are too long, you can cut them. Sometimes if you have small eyes, they poke you either on the inside or on the edge, and it really hurts, or it just bothers you. So if they're too long, you can go ahead and cut them. So what you do is you put some glue right on the edge, and you don't put a lot. It will dry. All of it will dry, but you just really don't need that much. So you put some on. Some people like to put it on with a bobby pin or with their finger. This is better for me. So you just put some on like that. Okay, and you really, one of the things that they told us that I didn't know is you let the glue dry for a little bit. You give it like maybe 20-30 seconds. Because if you put it on right away, it's still really watery and gooey, and it just keeps sliding on and on and off. And so what you do, you let it dry for a little bit so it starts getting sticky. So when you put it on your eyelid, it should be easier to manage. So it's kind of dry. It still looks a little wet, but it's okay. This is really a hard part, and it's hard kind of not doing it in a mirror, but I'm gonna try my best. So, and it's really helpful when you use an tweezers. Those really do help. You just put it in the center, and so this is kind of not working for me right now. I really need to be closer up to a mirror. That really helps me. But as you can see, you can still see the white of the glue, and that's okay because it'll all dry. It's actually sticking, so that's good. You just kind of leave it on and just let it set. It's really hard not doing it in front of a mirror, so I'm not going to do the other side. But I just want to just give you guys some tips on what you guys can do. Okay, so you have an eyelash on here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put on my foundation. Like I said, if you put on glitter and all that stuff, it's probably going to fall on your cheeks. So this would be a good idea to put on your foundation after, just to cover up all that glitter that fell on your cheeks. So the kind of foundation I have is called Super Stay Makeup by it says Maybelline. Mine is Maybelline. Make sure this one is the color of your skin. This one should be. I think mine is a little bit too dark, but it still works. So you just put some on your sponge. And you just put it all over your face. And actually, you don't put it on the spots where you put your highlighter. That's where you don't put it. Because the point is for that part to stand out above everything else. So, I mean, obviously you do want to make sure it blends nicely, but when you have, you know, your brushes and all that kind of stuff and your sponges, that will really help you. But you do not put your foundation you do not put your foundation over the highlight that you started with. So you avoid the under the eyes and the chin. You kind of avoid where you put it, and your nose too. Some people put on more. I really don't like to. I don't like the feeling, so I just kind of leave it like that. After that, I do put on my powder, and I just have a regular CoverGirl powder. So I wear that just to get rid of, you know, the shininess. Also, one of the things big girls should be reminded about is you have to have a bun like this. Make sure that you do have a very slick bun. Try to get it, you know, on the right on the top of your head as much as you can, kind of like right in the center. So make sure that you do have that. So I think it looks pretty clean, not shiny anymore, so that's good. Then after that, I like to put on, actually, you know what would be a good idea if we do the contouring. I'm going to show you how to do some of the contouring, or how we were taught. You get a small brush. It doesn't have to be that big. I have two different sizes, and I've used both. It just matters if you get the kind of line that you do, and if you're blending it right. So what you do with contour, you get kind of like a dark brown eyeshadow. There's some really cheap ones. This one's Maybelline. There was one by what's that one brand? Elf. I think Elf has some too. They're pretty cheap. So those are really good ones, and you shouldn't spend too much money on this because it's just really the sides of your cheeks and underneath your chin. So this is just to help with the highlighting. It's going to make your cheekbones look more defined. So what you do is you put it kind of underneath your cheekbone. So you find your cheekbone. So mine is like about right here. You put it right underneath that. So wherever you feel that your bone bends, that's where you need to put it. So mine bends about right here. So that's where you want to put it. And you just kind of do a line like that. You do a line. Sometimes some people, I mean, they tell you to like do your cheeks. So wherever your bone is right there. Then you're going to grab another brush and try to blend as much as you want or can. You really don't want to have a brown line like that. It looks bad. On stage, especially like in a big theater, if it's this dark, it's not that bad. And it's actually a little bit better just because this is a little bit more noticeable. But because we're going to be performing outdoors, our parents and our guests are not going to be that far. So this is mostly just for big stage performances. For example, like the performance that we have coming up in August. That would be a good one to do this. So you could do it a little, you could do it if you want to for Saturday for the pachanga, but I suggest you don't do it that dark. So you would kind of bring it in a little bit more here. So from far away, this looks more defined. And you would also do it on your chin, underneath. So that way your face really stands out on stage. And you would bring it all the way up here. All the way up here. And underneath your chin. Don't put it on your chin where they can see you. Right, do it on the bone right under. So you would do something like that. Okay? And so after you have that, so now you have your contouring. And I think these are the only two places that we did contouring. I can't remember. But you see how there's a little darkness here? And then this would be brighter. So on stage, your whole face will look a lot slimmer. So after you have contouring, you put on blush, and the same eyeshadow that I used up here, the orangey one, that's the one that we use for blush. So you put it right on the apples of your cheeks. Some people like to smile. I kind of do. If you have a darker one, I think that works too. So you can see that the cheeks are looking a little bit brighter. And you want to bring it from the apple of your cheek all the way to kind of like your hairline. Sometimes I like to put some on my chin just so it kind of blends in a little, so I don't look too white everywhere. Okay. You might want to put more. One of our older members, Juliana, once she said, if you don't look like a clown, you don't look right. And I've always liked that because it's true. If it's not like bam, like it pops, it doesn't make a difference on stage. You want to make a difference on stage, and you want it to pop. So the brighter, the better. I also like to put on mascara on the eyelashes. It makes them look a lot darker, and you want to put some on the bottom too. Just for the purpose of this, I won't put them on. I don't want to use them right now, but you definitely want to put mascara on your eyelashes and on the bottom, so that way they're a lot thicker and darker. I think, yeah, my mascara, this is Voluminous by L'Oreal. So they don't all have to be, we don't have to have the same kind of makeup. It's okay if they're different. As long as they're close. But the one I just really do recommend is the purple one with all the 3 eyeliners. So after you have this, you have your lipstick. You have to have red lipstick. We were told to use only lip liner, because especially since we're having a lot of costume changes, there's a chance that you can ruin your dress by putting lipstick on it. But as long as you're careful, I think you can use, regular lipstick. I like to. So what I do is just I outline my lips. Actually, I do it different. I do my lip liner first. I mean my lipstick, and I have the Revlon. It's called Certainly Red. It's number 740, and I think some girls have had like a burgundy kind of red. I think it's really important that you get like a bright red. It shouldn't be a burgundy, brownishy kind of red. It should be a very bright tomato kind of red. So mine's kind of old. I've used it a lot. So I have my lipstick on, and then I just like to outline with my lip liner. Make sure you get the corners inside. You don't want to miss those. So then you have your lips. Like that. So I think this pretty much completes the look. You can see these lines are not that clear, they're not that clean, so I would definitely go back and fix them. So you guys can, when you guys are practicing, make sure that you do that. Your eyeliners should be kind of connected. You should have like a purple shade and the black liner going up. So mine, it's not straight, and it's not really going up the way I would want it to, but you guys kind of get the idea. Make sure that, this is nice. The eyeliner is even, and it goes up into the eyebrow like that. I would do a little bit thicker black on there, just because we did have before the makeup artist that came to teach us this look. She used a white eyeliner pencil to make a line on the side, and I really don't know exactly how to do it, so I tend not to. But it's supposed to be a white line and then a black one under that, and I don't really know how to do that, so I really don't really do it. But if you just want to do a white line like that, I guess that works too. Looks something like that. And well, that pretty much completes our look. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. And if you need any help that day too, I know a lot of girls have trouble with their eyelashes, or if you feel you don't have the right color, whatever, just let any of us know and we'll help you. Oh, I think my computer just died. Okay, so this is the look. This is not, perfect. I wouldn't leave it like this, because I like to do my eyes a little bit darker. But this is pretty much the idea. So I'm really glad to help. If you guys need anything or have any more questions, please let me know, or any of the older girls. Some of them, they all do a really good job, so don't hesitate to ask. Okay, thanks. Bye.